Good morning guys, and welcome back to Alan's Allotment. It's the 3rd of July, Saturday, 2021. Sorry I haven't been as active lately with the videos. I've been really busy finishing off the backyard, and we're nearly there now. It's all planted out and everything. Got a little water fountain put in, and I just basically need to clean the yard down and pressure wash it all, and then we'll give you a look around. Got all the trees and planted and all the flowers in the beds and everything, and it looks $1 million. I'm just up here having a cup of coffee. We've done all the birds, fed and watered, chickens, etc., and the pigeons. The youngsters in this stock loft are coming on well. We have a brown spread and we have a white almond, but it's mostly white. I don't think there's any splashing in it yet. Under the almond hen, under the good almond hen, and then in the top nest, the eggs off the Andalusian frill stencil and the white bar frill stencil, toy stencil cock. The two youngsters are coming on great in there, and they appear to be just blacks. So if they're going to be barred birds, they're still a bit early. The bars could develop later, but at the moment they just look like blacks. We'll have to wait and see how that one pans out. And of course they could moult out next year and bring white in. We'll have to wait and see. The frill stencil and toy stencil actually gets better as they get older, a bit like the almonds. So yeah, we'll just wait and see how that pans out, guys. That's the only 4 youngsters left in there. Actually no, there isn't. There's a barless youngster in there as well, which I've decided on keeping as well. That one egg the barless hen laid again did hatch, and we only have the one of them, so we'll take that one as well and keep that one. So I've been really busy, and I don't have a lot of energy. I know I keep saying this every time I put a video, but it seems to be getting worse. So today it's cool and overcast, and I decided it was to reap some rewards of my previous labour. So if the weather holds out, and it did just start raining as I popped in here to make a cuppa, it just needed to hold off long enough. I'm going to lift the potatoes today, guys. So if I get nothing else done, I'm hoping to get all the potatoes harvested. If it's your first time here, please think about hitting the subscribe button, then the little bell icon on the right. Select all, and that'll alert you every time I put up a new video. We're now over 500 subscribers. We're halfway there. And just a little reminder, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, there will be a pair of pigeons to be won, and I will pay for the courier to get them to you. I will just put a request for you to leave a comment in the sections below saying a certain thing, and then I'll draw a winner at random, and they will receive a pair of pigeons along with the courier costs at my expense. So keep looking out for that, guys. That's when we hit the 1,000 milestone, and we're halfway there. I'm going to have this cup of coffee, and I'll catch you later. Right, guys, the rain's starting to come now. I've managed to get one bed harvested. It's very light at the moment. If it stays like this or stops, it might go a bit further. But I've got one, the big bed at the back, harvested. It's the old chestnut. We're never as happy as we would like it to have been, but nonetheless it's not a bad harvest, considering when I cleared this bed, basically there was mole tunnels right under it, so these are constantly getting disturbed, and so considering that, they're not too bad. They have got a little bit of scab on them, but they're perfectly edible, and overall I'm happy enough. The crop's not bad. I'll just spin you around and give you a look, guys. Right, guys, so this is the one bed we've cleared off, and as you can see, we've got quite a good harvest out of this. I do like these potatoes. They're really good, like, and you get a lot of big ones, and you get some nice mediums and some small ones. But as you can see, this is at least a brown bag full, I would imagine. So we're going to get these bagged up. The rain's coming on a bit thicker now. I'm going to crack on and get these bagged up. I'll see you later, guys. Right guys, this is actually better than I thought. We put a 2 kilo bag in there, if you remember. There's 1 2 kilo bag of sweet potatoes, and we've got this full bag here and at least half of another bag here. So I'm happy with that, guys. That one I'll store in the garage. We'll take that one down with us. It doesn't look like I'm going to get any more done, as the it's starting to open up from the high heavens, guys. I was hoping to get them all out today, but because especially as they're starting to scab, I might just pull one out this side and see if they're as bad, and if they're scabbing, and maybe work through the rain if I have to. See you later, guys. Right guys, the rain really is coming on now. I very quickly pulled these 4 plants. There was 4, there was 5, I think there was. 5 plants out of here. Now this is what this harvest is supposed to be like. There's little to no scabbing at all on these ones. And look at the size of these things. And they're mostly big, as you can see. The number of small ones, this is the normal type of harvest. I'm amazed I've got that many off those 5 plants, but this is because they've gone the full 12 weeks now. But look, I've probably going to get that other half a bag finished off now with what's in here. I might pull them 3 as well. There's 3 more there. We might as well make the bag right up and get it done, guys. I'll try and get that done as well before the rain finishes. Right guys, I'm just giving you a quick look in this treehouse. These are the peas that we sowed about 3 weeks ago, and then we've got the all year round lettuce, rocket, Swiss chard and red lettuce, and then we've got kohlrabi, kale, broccoli and perpetual spinach. And as you can see, we've got relatively good germination on that, guys. So now that these potato beds are becoming available, they can probably go straight out, these guys, instead of potting on and faffing about. I don't want all of those, of course, but we'll take some. That's the harvest of garlic I was telling you about, that the mole had dug up. It actually didn't turn out too bad in the end, and some of the bulbs are quite sizable. That was our first lot we pulled out of the polytunnel, still drying out, and we've been eating it. These are the last of the first onions we pulled out of the polytunnel, and we're still eating those. The little lime tree didn't get any leaf back. The orange tree and lemon tree, well, they're surviving, but they're looking a bit anemic. The grape never ever got planted out, and it's not looking too happy either. These trees are looking a little bit on the sad side. Over or under watering, I really can't get it right. I'm thinking about planting them straight in the ground, guys, back into this year. However, the lemon tree is still looking really healthy, and it's even putting a new shoot out down there. But this did have lots and lots of flower on, but we got no lemons. Conversely, the orange tree flowered profusely, and if you look very closely, we have lots and lots of oranges. But whether they'll amount to anything or not, guys, I really don't know. And this tree here is also dropping leaves all over the place. There wasn't a single peach came on them or a nectarine, so we'll get them in the ground next year, guys, and hopefully we'll get a different story, and you just leave them to their own devices. 1 or 2 other people have actually put them in the ground. They hardly ever water them, and they just go and find their own water. So I'm thinking I'll do that, guys. They're on dwarf stock, and we'll manage them if they do get up to any size. And because we where that ladder is, we took those other fruit trees out. We've got more space. We can space these out more evenly right across this back bed. So just a little update on the polytunnel as well, guys. How ironic, now that I've put all the tools away, The rain has stopped again, but it's already soaked the ground, and I don't like pulling potatoes in the rain, guys. So we're happy. We ended up getting 2 full brown bags out of that. But I'm just going to give you a little look around the garden now with everything else and how it's going. Look at the size of these things now, guys. These are our 4 Brussels sprouts that we put in. And yes, they've got a little bit of caterpillar damage, butterfly damage, etc. But we don't eat the leaves. And I think you can just about see they're starting to get, I think they're starting to get some Brussels sprouts. I might be wrong. Down between the leaves here. Yeah, it's caterpillars. I haven't got the time and I don't feel that well. I'm not going to do it, guys. These 3 carrots in here are going absolutely great guns in here. I hope they develop into something decent, because the 2 bucketfuls didn't. We did get a feed out of them. The leeks are doing really well, and to be honest with you, we can probably start pulling these, take them while they're young. We harvested all the turnips. We took 12 small turnips out of here, and you can probably see they're starting to develop now and bulk out, and they're coming along. We took a load of foliage off here, if you remember. It's all came back. Courgette is humongous now, and we're starting to get courgettes on. These are the other 2 Brussels sprouts that we planted at the same time as the other 2. There are some onions in among here that are just put in as oddities. And these are the 1-year-old leeks as an experiment that we put in from last year. There only was 6, and we put them in the bed and said we'll see what happens. And as yet they haven't gone to seed, and they're doing quite well, and they're almost on a par with these, and they went in much later. Then the cabbages, we cut all the foliage back to start making the hearts come, and as you can see, that is doing that. We've had quite a number of pickings of beetroot. There's more to be picked. Some of the cabbages are looking really nice, and 1 or 2 of them are badly damaged, but as long as the heart develops in the middle, that's all we want. Some more beetroots are ready. This is the radish, guy. Look at the size of it. I think we've left these a bit long. Look at that. Look at the size of them. They were supposed to be getting picked today, but the rain came on and that didn't happen. Some of the peas did survive and they've made it. They're starting to get pods on. These are the 4 sweet corns. Excuse me. Looking really, really healthy. Some side shoots there I need to take off. These are the little lettuces all ready to be picked now. We're going to take them about that size. These were the seed sown radishes, and there's some globe ones in there as well. Oh, look at the size of them things. They're like beetroots. Some of the peas did try to make a comeback, and as you can see, we might get a small harvest off them. Again, this courgette is now starting to put courgettes on, as is the one in the polytunnel. So yeah, overall, considering the trials and tribulations this year, guys, we're not doing too bad. The onions are coming along really nice. They're not as good as some people's. These were all grown from seed, so from here down to here, all red ampostra, I think that's how you pronounce it, and the Sturon ones. So they're doing well as well, guys. And for the first year ever, our pear tree has put 3 pears on. This one has. We've got nothing on the apples again this year. I'm not entirely sure why, but we got blossom, because we just didn't get any apples. I tell a lie. There's one there. on this one, but it's the only one. And these always used to fruit, these guys. Some years you get bad years and the blossom goes before the bees come out in really bad weather. And to be honest, the start of this year was particularly bad, so the fact I've got anything on them, I suppose, is a bonus. This one here looks really sickly. I'm not sure what's wrong with it, and this might be playing a part in why the other ones aren't doing so well. However, I don't think that is the case, but this one definitely looks a bit sickly, whereas the other ones all look nice and healthy. The onions in the bed that we thinned out, remember we took a load of spring onions, thinned these out, gave them a haircut on the top and a haircut on the bottom. They're all starting to come back nicely now. We still haven't caught Jeff, by the way. He's uprooting the tunnels, but he isn't going in them. We haven't put one in the potato bed, and he's uncovered that, but he hasn't got in it. I'll give in. Strawberries, we've had loads and loads and loads of strawberries off these 9 plants in here. We haven't taken a single one off there. We've left them for the birds. They're trying to put runners out all over the place. It was my intention to take some. And it's the old chestnut, guys. I just haven't had the time or the energy. The carrots, well, they're having a go. We'll see whether anything develops out of those. The birds have just been having a good feed on these strawberries here. And that's pretty much the roundup. I'm going for a cup of coffee. The rain's coming on again. And I'll catch you in the shed for the final roundup. I suppose the tour wouldn't be complete without a look in the polytunnel, guys. So this is the melon, honeydew melon that we grew. We need to really get going and get things done in here. And it's finding the time, energy and motivation. But you can see the Crimson Crush tomatoes are now coming along, as is the courgette, and we've got 3 or 4 on. This one's actually fared better in the polytunnel, and it's had a lot less water, although we've started giving it some now that it's starting to fruit. These things are like triffids. We have got some tomatoes on. They're only small at the moment. We've got another couple of lettuces in here as well. A lot of leaf curl on tomatoes this year. I think I've seen a lot of people on YouTube videos and they all seem to have leaf curl. I'm not sure what it is, probably cold snaps, then warm snaps. But you can see we have got some tomatoes on these guys. Not a lot, but we have got lots of flower. We'll start taking the bottom leaves off shortly anyways. The leaf curl is really bad on them, but the tops of them are healthy and they're still growing. But I did notice that the peppers are suffering pretty bad with white fly. And that's probably what's affecting everything in here, guys. And they've stripped one of the aubergines. This one here is starting to flower. Again, we should be letting this go into 2. It's done it itself anyways, but we need to start getting sorted in here, guys. And it's just finding the energy and motivation. You can see we have got tomatoes on the back of here as well. The one cucumber that we grew is growing. Hasn't produced anything yet. Peppers. Onions are still doing well. These were the spring onions we put in. They're now almost full-sized onions, some of them. But nonetheless, they'll be nice. And yeah, we are getting some tomatoes, guys, but this year's nothing like last year's. Mainly due to time constraints, etc., and health issues this year. But we're getting something, that's the main thing. We are thankful for small mercies, as they say. I'll see you shortly, guys. Right, guys, I'm back in the shed, having my final cup of coffee, and then I'm going down home. It's only 12 p.m. but I've had enough. I just haven't got any energy. I haven't for about the last 6 days now. I'm really struggling for motivation and energy to do anything at all. I don't know how I managed to get the backyard finished off either. Basically everything seems to be taking a back seat just because I don't have any energy or any motivation. But I'm hoping it's going to improve soon, guys. My goal was just to come up and get the potatoes lifted today, and we've got most of them done. Ironically, now that I'm ready for going, the rain has stopped, but it's already soaked the ground now, and there's nothing worse. Don't know about you guys, but there's nothing worse than pulling potatoes in the rain or in wet soil. When you're handling them, it rubs the skin off them, whereas when it's dry, like it was when I'd done the first bed, it's lovely. Anyways, we got 2 bags of potatoes. They're in the garage, stored in the garage, drying out. We're still going through the first lot that we lifted when Jeff started digging them up a couple of weeks ago. We've still got about half of those left. There was nearly a bag full there where we pulled out. So we're still going through those. Those 2 can just sit in the garage now, and at least they're out of the ground now, and all the tops are off and they're in the compost bin, etc. Sorry if today's video has been nothing about me complaining. I'm just trying to give you some content, as I'm conscious that I haven't been putting up as many videos of late as I was doing. But due to the way I'm feeling, I'm just doing what little bit I can. So, hopefully you enjoyed the little bit of content and the update with the growing area and the potato harvest. And it's something to keep you entertained for 10 minutes. Keep you out of trouble. Right guys, I'm going to finish this cup of coffee and then I'm going home. As always, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe. Be practical. Keep yourselves out of harm's way. I'll see you again in the next video. And thanks for watching.